4 here with something kind of different than I normally do. Now, today is if I were a Pokemon champion. So, I'm sure most of you know that once you defeat the Pokemon League in Pokemon, you become the champion, unless you're playing in any game up to Gen 6, because in Gen 7 you actually are the champion, You actually have to go back and conquer. So, if I were a champion, this is what my Elite Four would look like. So, my idea here was, instead of using all the actual Elite Four members, I took some gym leaders from different generations and kind of spiced up their team. So, let's get started. So, we have Lieutenant Serge here, and I had an idea with him. So, we keep his Raichu, but this is what his team would look like if he were in my Pokemon League. He would start out with a Togedemaru, and then he would, that's his starter Pokemon that he throws out first in the battle, and then he will have his Alolan Graveler, which, for those of you who don't know, Alolan Graveler is actually rock electric type. Now, I didn't know this until recently, and I figured might as well throw him on. But, I didn't put Alolan Golem, because I thought that might be a little bit overpowered. So yeah. Next Pokemon we have is Manectric. And, before we go any farther into this, guys, I'm just gonna say, none of these photos belong to me. All of these I just, downloaded off the internet, and I'm using for this video. So, like I said, these are not mine. All credit given to the other people who made these. Anyway, so, Lieutenant Serge has a Manectric, because, for those of you who don't know, in the original game, I believe he only had a Voltorb, a Pikachu, and a Raichu. So, he has a Manectric now, and a Heliolisk, which, I'll admit, kind of suits him. I mean, not really, but kinda. And then, of course, his Pokemon, Raichu. Now, I don't know if you guys know this, but, the Elite Four members only tend to have, 5 Pokemon per team. So, yeah. This is Lieutenant Surge's team on my Pokemon League. Now, going on to the next one, a lot of you guys might not know this, but this guy here is named Wulfric. So, Wulfric is the Ice-type trainer in, Kalos. So, he had a decent team already, but his, Abomasnow could be absolutely destroyed by a Fire-type because of its its Grass-Ice typing, which is not good. So, I decided to do something a bit different with our little friend here. So, his normal team consists of a Abomasnow, I can't remember, I'm sorry guys, and a Avalugg. So, if he were in my Pokemon League, this is what his team would be. It would consist of a Cryogonal, which is a little bit bulky, but not bad. A Glalie, which, I'm sure a lot of you guys know, it's a pretty good Pokemon, especially if it has the Hail warning, which can do damage to other Pokemon that aren't Ice-type. We have a Vanillux, which I'm not really sure why I chose Vanillux. I just figured it would suit it. And, like, I know lots of people hate this Pokemon, so, yeah, I don't really have anything against it. I actually, got one in my Pokemon X game, trying to complete the Pokedex. It was one of my most recent ones, so yeah. We have a, sorry guys, I have a hard time pronouncing this guy's name. It's, a Crabominal, Anyway, for those of you who watch my Pokemon Moon, Let's Play, we had this on our team, but it wasn't this yet. It was its pre-evolution, named, Crabrawler. So this guy levels up, when he levels up at the, Snow Mountain. I forget what it's called. It's just by the Pokemon League. He evolves into this, which is Ice Fighting type. So, next Pokemon we have on our list is his Avalugg. Now, that is kind of a small picture, so let's zoom in. Yeah, that's Avalugg. He is pretty bulky, and, I think some people are going to have a hard time getting through him. So, that's all we have got for Wulfric here. Now, moving on to another one, which I'm sure a lot of you guys know, but his name is Blaine. Now, Blaine is the Fire-type gym leader in Kanto, the original. So, I'm setting him up with a Talonflame, a Volcarona, which is, Bug Fire. So, and then we have a Turtonator, which is Fire Dragon, and it looks pretty protective. I'm not sure. I haven't really played around with that Pokemon yet in my games. And then we have a Camerupt. The only problem with our Camerupt friend here is he is 4 times super effective. Like, he's super effective against water, because he's Fire Ground, which is both super effective against water. So that's 4 times super effective. That's 4 times the damage that the water Pokemon does to him. So, and we also have Blaine's signature, Arcanine. Now, Arcanine is a pretty good Pokemon to begin with. Now, I'm not really sure the moveset for any of these Pokemon at the moment. I'm sure, eventually I'll figure it out, but this is just kind of a fun video I decided to make. So, yeah, we have our Arcanine friend from Blaine. Now, for any of you who have played the Gen 2 Pokemon games, you're gonna absolutely hate this one. We have Whitney. Now, Whitney is infamous for having a Meltank, which, in my Pokemon League, she keeps. So, the thing with Whitney here that I kind of thought about was, early on in the game, Whitney's very hard, because not a lot of Pokemon get fighting type moves that early in the game. Plus, she's just, her Meltank's pretty bulky. So, Whitby, there's not a lot, I don't think a lot of people are expecting a normal type, Elite Four member. So, I threw Whitby in here because of, her Meltank, which is very strong. So, kind of just to play with the player's mind if this actually ever does get added in. I don't think it will, but it might. We have Raticate. Now, I was kind of undecided between which Raticate we would get. The Alolan Raticate or the Kanto Raticate. So, Raticate. Just to play with the person's mind that it's going to be a simple battle, I'm just going to blow right through it. But no, because then, after the Raticate, comes this. Chancy. Now, Chancy, the thing with Whitney is, I want her to be as bulky as possible, because my next person is actually myself, the champion. So this is Chancy here, pretty bulky. For those of you who ever played the original Pokemon games, very hard to capture. Okay, so I think that's enough going on about Chancy. Let's go on to the next Pokemon, Kangas Kong. Now, I just threw Kangas Kong in here because it also can get fighting moves plus Earthquake. So if you are trying to use a Fire-type Pokemon, you're going to get obliterated by this. So, yeah, I'm not really sure why I threw this one in here. I just thought it would be kind of good because Whitney's team, for me, is going to be kind of bulky. So, yeah, I threw in a Kangas Kong. Now, this one here isn't as bulky as normal. But if you are using a, for, let's say, Lampent, this will destroy you because of the, Psychic type that it learns, or that it gets. It's normal Psychic, so I added this on for, Draft Rig. So I figured just some normal moves, but Confusion and Hypnosis. Because Confusion, like I said, if you're using a Lampent or a Fire Ghost Pokemon, I'm going to put you to sleep and then just use Confuse. Because, that will take you down because it's super effective against, like I said, Ghost Fire. And then, coming in finally, for our, bulky friend here, we have her infamous Meltank. Now, for those of you who don't know about Meltank, I didn't personally have any troubles with it, but I know a lot of people did. So, let me run you through the basics. Meltank has a move called Milk Drink, which restores its health when, it uses the move and it restores its health. It has Rollout, which if you chose Cyndaquil in the original game, is a, I believe it's a ground type move. So your Cyndaquil is going to get absolutely obliterated by Meltank. Or for that matter, any fire Pokemon, really, like pure fire. But, see, the real kicker with this Meltank is, I'm attaching a Quick Claw. Now, this is the only item I've used in the entire Pokemon League for mine. So, basically what the Quick Claw does is, the Quick Claw makes it so your Pokemon has a chance of attacking first. For those of you who also have watched my Pokemon Moon series, at first we put our Quick Claw on Dino because Dino could get off Dragon Rage really quickly and just obliterate everything early game. So we have Meltank just to be annoying. Now, next up is, hold on a sec, I need to go back to the picture of it. Me. Little old me. No one really thought that I would do anything, but oh boy am I coming in hot. So now let's go over to my team. So my team starts off with a Houndour because it's Dark Fire, so it can it's weak against Ghost, so like I said, Lampent. But let's say you chose Delphox as your starter, because I'm not really sure what game this would be in. Anyway, Delphox, if you chose that as your starter, I am Fire Dark, so Dark obliterates Psychic. So our little buddy here can do quite a bit of damage if you have Psychic types. So next up we have Pidgeot. Now, I'm not really sure why I threw Pidgeot in here either. I think it's more for nostalgia reasons more than anything. But, like I said, I kind of like this because, for one, Pidgeot was actually my first Pokemon ever to reach level 100. But then I traded that into my, what do you call it? Alpha Sapphire game. And I lost that game card, and I don't know where it went, and I would love it back. Anyway, yeah, just Pidgeot. What can go wrong, really, if you think about it, because ground type doesn't affect it, and it's good against, what is it good against? You know, I'm not really sure. I know I was listing them off a lot earlier, but I'm not really sure what it's good against. Next up we have Marowak. Kind of for the same reason of some of my Elite Four members. Fire type, you're gonna get obliterated. Because I'm gonna have my Marowak here running Earthquake, which is going to clear the battlefield of any fire types. So not really sure Marowak either. I don't know. I kind of just, like I said, if I said it already, there's no theme for my team, but they're like my Marowak. It's okay. Maybe I should have put a lowland Marowak, but I don't know. I'm gonna stick to this one for now. Anyway, on to our next Pokemon, which is Hitmonchan. Now, Hitmonchan is kind of iffy because I don't think it has a lot of defense on it. But fighting is pretty good against a few types, I'm pretty sure. I don't have my book with me here because I'm not good with remembering Pokemon types, what it's good against. Anyway, but it can get out normal types if anyone still has those. What else? I know there's a few that it can destroy. Plus, this one, if you get a Hitmonchan, it can learn Electric Punch, Fire Punch, and Ice Punch, which Ice Punch can get rid of birds, Fire Punch can get rid of grass, and then Electric, wait, no, what did I say? Oh yeah, Electric can also get rid of birds and grass together. Plus, yeah, I think that's really it. Anyway, next up we have Metagross. Now, Metagross is very tanky, and it's psychic, which is good. So if you have a Ghost Fire, you're gonna try and go for a Fire type move, and then I'm just gonna hit you right back with a Psychic move and destroy you. So I'm not really sure why I chose Metagross either, but I think it's because like I said, it's pretty bulky. It can learn definitely some good moves. And yeah, that's really all I chose. And now, the champions have 6 Pokemon, so I have 1 more. That's right, I have Salamence. Now, Salamence is very good, unless it's up against a fairy. Fairies are very bad for Salamence, so is Electric. But other than that, really... Oh, and Ice. Ice is bad. You don't want to go near Ice. No, no, no. Anyway, Salamence is pretty good. I know it's kind of cliche of me to go for a Salamence. But like on my Battle Royale team in Pokemon Sun, I do use a Salamence. And it does okay, actually. Same thing with my Togedemaru. And anyhow, yeah. I just kind of chose that. I'm not sure why. I like it, though. Anyway, that's gonna end off the video here, guys. If you liked the video, hit thumbs up. If you want to see more content like this and others, subscribe for more. And until next time, stay cool. Bye, guys!